7 Taco Bell value items.
2 men.
1 winner.
Gaming is in session. All rise for the Honorable Alex of the Gaming Court.
I ain't standing for you. You don't deserve it. Here in the Gaming Court, we are going to be talking about Taco Bell's value menu, the top PS5 games it has released thus far, and other shenanigans and gaming topics.
Tonight, we are going to eat every single item off of the Taco Bell value menu. We're going to start with the cheesy roll-up, this little shrimpy guy.
Alex, this is a lot of stuff. I've been known to put down some food. This is 1,840 calories worth of food.
So what else am I going to eat then? That's not enough.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So this is nothing but cheese.
It's a cheesy roll-up. Yeah. Adam, how did it feel going up to Taco Bell and ordering an entire segment of the menu?
You know, it wasn't as embarrassing as I thought it would be. I said, lady, I want the whole cravings menu. And she's like, yes, sir. Boom.
Yeah.
$7.99. For all
$7.99. What a deal. Although the thing is, I feel like it's less embarrassing walking up and saying, give me all you got, than it is walking up and having a list of like 17 items like I normally do. Like I've thought about it for a long time.
Yeah, it feels less. Yeah, I totally feel you. So I ate this pretty quick. This is still pretty good. Like it's basic. Cheese is great. It's one of the top 10 most addictive foods, actually. And it's just cheese and tortilla, baby. Carbs and cheese.
I feel like I shouldn't pay money for this because I should be able to make this, but I can't make this because I'm not good at cooking.
It's like a poor man's quesadilla. That's all it is.
That's a winner. How would you feel if you just had 7 of these?
I wouldn't like that. Like they're good. I could eat 1 or 2, but I need something more filling. This was one. Actually, the cravings menu isn't all $1. The cheesy roll-up was $1.19.
No, yeah.
It also is vegan and it's 180 calories.
It is definitely not vegan, Adam. It's cheesy roll-up. Vegan.
Dude, I looked on their menu online. It says it is vegan.
Am I eating soy cheese then? What's that?
I don't know what to tell you. According to Taco Bell's menu, it is vegan. And you know what? We need to keep moving on. So let's go.
What are you buying? What are you selling?
Now's the time to decide. Are you going to get it or are you going to leave it behind? What are you buying, Adam? What are you selling? We're going to cover a little bit of news, cover some hot items and see what the temperature is of these hot items. Adam, this week, Metroid Dread came out, and I know you're a Metroid fan, Super Metroid, right? That was one of your all-time favorite, and it's probably the only Metroid game you've ever played because although you're a fan, you don't want to touch the other ones. But
that's a dirty fat lie.
Which one did you touch?
The one that, what was it? I think it was a Game Boy one where you're supposed to,
okay,
I forgot.
Metroid 2. No, that's a deep cut.
Yeah. Granted, I played on a computer. Someone emulated it, but it was so good.
An even deeper cut. Yeah, AM2R. Yeah, the one that got shut down. Adam's a pirate over here. All right.
Yeah,
Speaking
baby.
of pirate, yeah.
Arr!
Samus takes out the space pirates. And Adam, we have Metroid Dread. Just came out, Nintendo Switch. And I just want to cover some bases with you real quick. The temperature of the room on Metroid Dread is that it's a short game. It's only 8 hours. Now, I'm okay with an 8-hour game. Adam, how are you feeling about an 8-hour game?
Let's just say that some individuals have gone to I guess, what do you call a massage parlor and had more handwork done longer than that.
8 hours. 8 hours. Okay. All right. Yeah.
And let me tell you what, for a lot cheaper than $60 too.
What if it was really good? Like that handwork. I mean, that Samus, the Metroid, it was really, really good for 8 hours. Is that, would you rather a short, enjoyable experience or a long experience that isn't that enjoyable?
I don't mind short experiences. 8 hours is too short. If it were revolutionary and it was something that I had never seen before and they utilized new technology and it blew my nips off, I would buy it. But this looks, although I don't have it, just looks like a 2D Metroid game. Doesn't look like anything special. Obviously, Metroid is a franchise very near and dear to people's hearts. I have no problem if people don't buy it. But for me, I am holding off because in 4 months, that price is going to dip and get on eBay for $25.
Yeah, $60 is a lot to ask for a Metroid game that's only going to last 8 hours. I mean, it's PS5 games can be $60 sometimes. So I don't know. That's a steep price point. Adam, did you find Super Metroid challenging? Is that something you liked about the Metroid games? Is they're hard?
Yeah, I found it pretty challenging. I like the plot twists. I like the environments. The reason I like Super Metroid so much is it has created a spooky, mysterious, eerie atmosphere, a dark aura around the entire gameplay that very few games have accomplished. Even horror games don't have that eerie sense of environment and atmosphere that Super Metroid has created. And I honestly don't know if a lot of the other Metroid games have done that. I hope it's something they have kept because it is a staple of the franchise for me and one reason why I loved it so much.
Yeah, this is the eeriest one, Adam, because now there's invincible enemies that you can't beat. You just have to dodge them and you have to hide from them and you have to avoid them. There's stealth elements in this. Maybe that turns it up a notch for you. I know this is going to get you, Adam. This is the best looking Metroid there's ever been, just because it's the most advanced hardware a Metroid game's been on. Granted, that advanced hardware is a Switch, and it's not a Switch Pro. It's not a 4K Switch or anything, but this is the best that Samus is ever going to look. And when that armor comes off and you're looking at this beautiful 1080p Samus body in front of you, does that get you excited to a new level? Would you do Samus?
I have a PlayStation Virtual Reality. We're going to talk about it. I don't need 2D anymore, baby. I'm in the virtual world.
All right, Adam, since I know you're a pirate then and you're not worried about the fancy graphics, the word on the street is that this game has already been hacked and emulated. You can play the game in 4K, sharper resolution, faster frame rate. Considering you're such a pirate, would you consider playing this game on like a computer, like a high-end computer that has all these fancy graphics?
Nah, man, I'm not interested in it. I've got too much stuff on my plate, too many games to play, and the hits keep rolling. I don't like playing games on the computer. So I just ain't buying it, Alex. I ain't buying it. You can tell me if you're buying or selling.
I'm gonna buy it. I don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know how many times.
You are.
I gotta play Metroid, man. Adam, I know you don't. Only thing you use a computer for, you're not playing games. You're just playing with yourself on it. Adam, are you buying or are you selling Metroid Dread?
The thing is, you would buy a doggy bag full of feces and cut grass. You buy anything, you bumbling loser. I am selling this so hard, my eyes are gonna cross. But you know what I might buy, and I have bought, and I'll continue to buy, is that it is the PlayStation Virtual Reality 5th anniversary. I can't believe it. You and I haven't had VR quite 5 years. I think we've had it like 40 years, though.
Yeah.
It is. I love it. Big fan. I am dying for PSVR 2. But with that celebration for PlayStation Plus, they have come out with some free games if you have the subscription. Rec Room, which I'm going to be honest, I thought was free to begin with.
Isn't that already free?
I don't know if at some point it didn't become a beta anymore and now you have to pay for it.
It's so janky. I would not pay money for that. I would want my PlayStation Plus money back.
Exactly. A Beat Saber, which is arguably not only for PSVR one of the best games, but all of virtual reality. It is a staple in a virtual reality fan's repertoire. We got PlayStation VR Worlds, which at this point is essentially a demo disc. I'm not super hyped about it. There are a couple experiences that are really good, like the shark. I forgot what it's called in the game, but there's like a shark exploration.
Oh, and the public restroom experience they have in there too is really good, where you just
the whole time you're hoping for a golden shower. So, I mean, it's free. You take it. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim VR. I remember back when it came out, I paid $60, $70 for the full game. It is the entire Skyrim experience of virtual reality. I feel like that's got to be special. You did a challenge where you attempted to beat the whole game with just fist fighting, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of punching like ogres in the crotch. And there's a couple spells you could do to get overpowered. But yeah, the thing is, it's a lot more fun in VR than it is in like any melee build. And even the bow and arrow build is a lot more fun in VR than it is in the flat game because you're actually having to move. So I couldn't beat the game because I got too tired.
You have about, like I said, you're pretty soon going to have $1,900 calories to burn. So get back in there. Yeah. And then finally, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I think definitely top 5 PSVR games of all time. Exquisite horror, great for Halloween and spooky times and fall. It is an amazing game, something you must play, but wear a couple pairs of undies because you're going to need them.
Yeah, if the Taco Bell's not giving me enough dicey trouble right now, Resident Evil VR would, finish making it all come out. Here's the thing about Resident Evil 7 VR. It's still PSVR exclusive. You're not going to get that anywhere else. And that's important on this list of games. Rec Room you get elsewhere. Beat Saber you get a better experience elsewhere. Elder Scrolls you get elsewhere. PSVR Worlds is just PSVR, but all of those types of games exist elsewhere. This is the only way to play Resident Evil 7. And I believe you and I agreed that it's almost worth the price of entry alone just to get Resident Evil 7 in VR. But Adam, what I want to know is if you only had these 5 games, imagine you're a person who's never played PSVR and they announced these are going to be free. You have PlayStation Plus, you have a PlayStation. You now have the option to buy a PSVR knowing it's late in the life cycle. Are you buying one just for these 5 games? Or are you going to sell it and hold out for PSVR 2?
So PSVR 2 at minimum is going to be a year.
Yeah.
These PSVR right now is so cheap. I'm trying to sell mine for less than $100. You can get this cheap, play these games, wonderful experiences. I'm buying, baby. I'm buying big time.
I had no idea there was just $100. For $100 to get this, that's great.
Well, I don't know if they are. I know I've seen them on local, like Craigslist offer up for $100 or less.
Oh, you're buying it from a crackhead. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm selling mine for less than $100.
So you are the crackhead. Okay.
I am the crackhead.
Yeah. I guess if you can't sell
I gotta sell everything I own to play Metroid Dread.
Yeah. No, I was not high on the list. I mean, the Rec Room thing is a bit fishy. But considering the other games that are out there, that's good. This list alone, Skyrim and Resident Evil 7 make it worth the price of admission, especially if it's only like $100, like what you're saying. So yeah, I'm buying, man. I'm buying, baby.
That's what we're buying. And, next we got something special because we're going to be looking at the top 10 PlayStation 5 games per Play Magazine. Let's get to it. Next item is the cheesy bean and rice burrito. And Alex, this is the gut bomb of the cravings menu.
Well, so I think of it as a gut bomb because it's usually what's going to finish me off. It sits heavy, it rides deep. Is it a gut bomb for you because of what happens afterwards?
It's good, but yeah, it's just so dense, and it's all the foods that just they settle, man. All that rice and the cheese, the beans. I think it's the beans. They just
The thing is
pure
it's like a reverse toothpaste tube, except instead of toothpaste, it's refried beans. And as you chew it, you're pushing more of the beans down to the bottom. And so at the end, it's just bean and tortilla, which some people like, and I don't.
I will say this is when I go to Taco Bell, this is the staple that I get. I get this, I get a potato soft taco, and that's about it. I get 2 of each, and that does me all day.
Just this and just a potato soft taco?
Yeah.
I will say, this is one of the more calorific items from the menu, 410, and you feel every calorie as you're putting it in your mouth.
That's true. It's cheap. It's $129. So cheap item. And this brings up a good point, Alex. I think there's a difference between the best value and the best tasting. So as we go through these, what do you think, in your opinion, is the best value? And what do you think is going to be the best tasting?
That's tough because value has the experience as part of it and the price. I think if you're going to just get full, this is going to make you not necessarily full, but you're not going to want to eat anymore. So you get a bite, and I'm right here on the cusp of it. I'm looking forward to it, but I got to talk right now while you stuff your gullet. You get a bite that's got like a good 33% rice, 33% bean, 33% cheese, and 1% tortilla. That's a good one. But if every bite was like that, this would be top tier. But not every bite's like that. So it's good. It's a lot of calories. It's good calories for your dollar, but it's not the best experience.
So this isn't the best tasting of the things. What do you think by the end you will say by the end of the night, this is the best tasting cravings menu item?
Chicken, Chipotle, melt. Name which one of those 3 words doesn't sound like the best thing on the menu.
Potato soft taco. It's spicy potato soft taco. That is what I'm going to say is going to taste the best out of all of this. And I do agree with you. I hate to agree with you. This is the best value because it's going to run through you. You're going to clean your bowels out. Some people ingest turpentine. Some people ingest apple cider vinegar for this crap. No, man, a cheesy bean and rice burrito from Taco Bell. It will clear you out. Ton of food. Like you said, you won't need to eat again.
It's got vitamin C, vitamin B, vitamin R, and vitamin Q for what's that, quesadilla? No, vitamin T for tortilla. It's got all of it for you.
Yeah, it does. Okay, we've had enough of this. Let's move on, see what else we can get into.
Steve Buscemi.
This next item is the palate cleanser. The nachos. With the cheesy nachos. Listen, we can't go heavy with burritos for every step of the way. We need to recalibrate and reassess.
Here's the thing. This is going to be horrible audio, but I've never had these in my entire life. I have never had nachos from Taco Bell. What should I expect going in?
You should expect low-level chips. This, I don't even know where this comes from. I don't think it's a real chip. It looks like a leftover from something else that they were trying to make, like a nachos Bel Grande or something. Cool, whatever. They give you a good cup of cheese. Now, here's the issue. Are they going to give us enough cheese to match the amount of chips we have? No way in hell. But we're going to do the best we can to make sure there's a good smattering of cheese on each chip.
The thing here, I could see what you're saying about the chips, but I don't dislike them. They're still crunchy. I like that they're small because I don't have to worry about, okay, how am I going to navigate this in my mouth? I just pop it in. And the cheese is very pleasant. There is a kick, not big, but there's a little spice to it that really adds something. I am liking this actually quite a bit.
Here's a pro tip, Adam. You need to grab like 1 or 2 chips and do a dip all at once. Don't go 1 chip at a time, or else you're going to burn yourself out, and you're going to use too much of the nacho cheese to try to cover that chip.
Okay. But then you have more to put in your mouth.
Never been a problem for you, Adam.
Neither for your mom.
Order in the court. All right.
Oh, okay. Here you go. What the skunk was the judge at this particular court. The punchline was odor in the court. Odor in the court. I think it was something like the skunk, the judge skunk, or what did the skunk judge say in court? And it was odor. I had something bad.
What did the judge say when the skunk walked into the courtroom? Odor in the court. Odor in the court.
You know, joke better than I do.
It's because I'm a judge. All right.
So I do think this was a good palate cleanser because that cheesy bean and rice burrito really did a number on the taste buds in the mouth. I'm ready to take another item if you are.
One question, Adam. You know, this cheese doesn't come prepackaged like this. Would it make it less appetizing if you saw where the cheese came from? I'm thinking if it was a big plastic bag full of cheese and it just got like right into the cup, I think that would make me feel gross about it. That's why I don't look into the drive-thru when I go to Taco Bell. I don't even make eye contact with the guy handing me food, not out of disrespect, but I have to disassociate myself. I'm not at Taco Bell for good reasons.
Exactly. I assume all this stuff came from a bag. So, yeah, I think it would be disgusting, but like you said, don't look them in the eye and you'll be all right. We're now going to talk about the Play magazine, which is a magazine solely based on the PlayStation system. And it comes from Europe, a quarterly magazine. And in this issue, they have rankings for the best PSVR, PS4, and PS5 games, along obviously with some other goodies and articles. But we want to cover, because we're PS5 fans, what the top 10 PS5 games are for this year, but we're not going to look. I've covered them up. I've had a friend cover everything. We're going in blind. Are you ready to kind of guess what we think the best games for the PS5 are?
Yeah, Adam, I want to make this interesting. Why don't we each choose what we think the best is, and then if you're wrong, then you have to eat a bean. Does that sound fair?
Oh, bean bet. How about you tell what the little beans are? Yeah.
So for those who don't know, a bean bet is when you make a bet on something. If you lose, you got to eat one of these Jelly Belly bean boozled beans. It can be barf, it can be peach, it can be booger, it can be juicy pear, it can be dishwater or coconut. So you're either in heaven or you're in hell, and you're almost always in hell with one of these. And I do anything I can to try to get Adam to eat a bean. So let's get to it, man.
Okay, so they do have the top 25, but I'm covering those up because we're only interested in the top 10. And here's the thing, Alex. I need to be clever here. And I think fans appreciate cleverness. And they like things that are genuine, and they like games that are different. Bugsnax, one of the very first games that come out for the PS5. It was a PS Plus game, actually. It stole my heart. I love Bug Smacks, and I cannot wait to rate it number 1. And I know it's not a AAA title, but here's the thing. It's got an eerie, mysterious plot. It's got fun, animated characters, and it's got clever, decisive, interesting gameplay that for me, even after platinuming the game, I've wanted more and more of it. In fact, although I've platinumed it, I'm about ready to jump back in it because it's a game that has stuck with me. I don't think you can play Bug Smacks and just forget about it. I think it is a game that sticks with you. It's original, it's unique, and I think the creators of this magazine also thought that, and they're going to rank it high. It is one of the most memorable PS5 games, including the way they use the DualSense, the graphics, as I mentioned, the gameplay and all that. That is my pick. Bug Smacks 2021, baby. PS5 Game of the Year.
So you're telling me against Ratchet and Clank and Returnal and Demon Souls?
Okay, I didn't play Demon Souls. Ratchet and Clank sucked. I did not like it. I remember I was texting you as I played it, and I was like, will this game just end? It wasn't good. It didn't even use the haptic feedback that great. Demon Souls, I mentioned I didn't play. I know it's probably very highly rated, but it's too hard. What was the other game you mentioned?
Returnal.
Returnal's a good game, but I didn't finish it. I didn't like it. I love the Bug Smacks.
I love Returnal. I think they're probably going to pick Ratchet and Clank, just knowing how this stuff goes. But that'll be my bet. You're putting it all on Bug Smacks.
Bug Smacks. Do you think this is? I don't want to get too far into the rabbit hole here. Do you think these type of subscriptions and issues and lists are rigged?
I think there's certainly an advertising component to it, but I wouldn't say they're necessarily rigged. Yeah, let's get on with the list, Adam.
Of the top 10, how many do you think are going to be PlayStation Studios games?
Oh, 5? You mean like something like a PlayStation exclusive? 5 of them.
Okay. I mean, we'll see. I obviously don't know. So here we go. It's a pretty good issue. I'm actually going to make a video highlighting what's in these because especially in the United States, it is not very well known of the Play magazine, and I had to order it overseas even to get it. So you can't find it anywhere in the United States. I think it would be a good video for those just who are interested.
Is that Play magazine like in the same universe as like Playboy and Playgirl, and this is just Play because God knows what you are?
It's just 2B on the cover, and yeah. Okay, so I just uncovered number 10, the Neo collection. Team Ninja is on top form with its unique samurai take on Souls-like. Tough as Hanzo Steel, both games run great on the PS5 and offer nearly 200 hours of co-op demon slaying action that put even Yojimbo through his paces. It's a challenge well worth taking on. I've never played Neo. It's not Bug Smacks, which is good. I'm afraid I'm going to see Bug Smacks early because it's not a AAA title. But whatever. So I'm glad it's not. Have you played Neo? Do you think it's worthy of number 10?
I think it's certainly worthy. It's like a Sam's Choice version, if you know what that means, like a generic version of the Dark Souls, Demon Souls, made by a different company, Team Ninja, trying to do their own spin on it, and they made it their own, and they made it good. And now 60 FPS lock, looking beautiful on the PS5. Yeah, that's a good choice for number 10. Not exclusive to PS5, but a good choice for number 10.
And it's only 2 games?
Yeah. And I got it for $10 before they released the upgrade patch. So there you go. I'm thrifty.
Nice.
That's what I'm buying.
2 games and nearly 200 hours of action. That's too long of a game. I know I just complained that 6 hours was too short. 200 hours? Come on. Who's got that time? Yeah. Okay, that's number 10. Number 11.
Number 11?
Guilt number 9. I can't. I told you, I am in law. Guilty Gear Strive. I've never even heard of this game. Bug Smacks is a clear winner. I don't know if it's going to beat Returnal or the big budgets. There's no way. I never even heard of this game. If this is the smell of the game, then we don't need any candles. Brash as ever and laden with head-banging tracks, this anime-styled fighter is a spectacle to watch or play. Pared-down mechanics make it accessible, but there's still plenty of depth for skilled players.
So it's a 2D fighting game, Adam. Do you like fighting games?
No. Like,
what if they had big anime boobies?
If I'm going to play, I'm going to go back to Street Fighter on the Super Nintendo. Go back to the classics. Mortal Kombat. I'm not buying a PS5 to play a 2D freaking fighting game. Ridiculous. The fact this is in the top 10 tells me I haven't looked at the other. There's 25 of them here. Tells me that the games after this must really suck.
I guess they had to leave. Yeah, they ran out of things, running out of things to put, I guess, leading up to Bug Smacks, apparently.
If you're going to say it right. Bug Smacks. You hesitate. You're a little child. You have anything else to say about that game?
No, Guilty Gear. I don't know anything about it. I played one of them a little bit. It surprised me that it's in a top 10 list of anything, but
yeah,
not that it's bad.
Number 8, Resident Evil Village. Ethan Winters discovers why this village's house prices were so low as he searches for a stolen baby, tall vampire Lady Dibbish, Big Booby Ruby, as I call her, tease off a host of supernatural nasties in the slickest resi to date, mixing bombastic action with some series-topping fright. Doesn't surprise me that Resident Evil is in the top 10. I have to admit, I played the demo. I did not play the actual game. The fact that it wasn't in virtual reality after Resident Evil 7 was so incredible. I kind of put on my own strike. I ain't buying your 2D game when it should have been in VR, when the best VR game was Resident Evil. So up yours. I ain't buying it. That's me.
I'm happy that they're doing more with the first person Resident Evil, because I thought Resident Evil 7 had legs. Adam, do you think that they just put this at number 8 because it was Resident Evil 8? Do you think they were just being lazy?
It's hard to say without playing the game. Like, I can't say whether it's good or not. Obviously, some of these things I do wonder because of the name. Sometimes I think the name means more than the game, which is very unfortunate. So I think it's possible, but I don't know for sure. Next on the docket is the chicken Chipotle melt. And Alex, I have had these. I do like them, but there's one thing I don't like about them. And no, it is not the $1.29 price. And it is not the, where is it? I'm trying to figure, and it's not the 109 calories. Look at this. It's puny. I would have to eat 5 of these even to make it considered possibly a meal.
Yeah, that'd be a good meal. That'd be the best meal you could get at Taco Bell, maybe. The make your own box. Oh,
The one thing it has going for it is that it's good. I like, thus far, we have not had any meat. I'm a meat boy. Give me some meat.
You're the beef.
I'm the beef.
You're the beef. Here's the thing about this. This is a new entry into the dollar menu item, the value menu item, or list, because it used to be the shredded mini chicken quesadilla. And I'm pretty sure they're just rolling that sucker up and calling it a chicken Chipotle melt. It's got some spicy sauce on it, and my tongue is burning. How's your tongue feeling, Adam?
See, that's what I was looking forward to, but mine's not very spicy. They didn't add much sauce. I'm very disappointed in that because I like the spice. I'm a spice boy. I'm a spicy, meaty boy.
This one's stuffed. This one's over full. They must have been getting rid of some out-of-date chicken in this one.
Dude, give me some.
Yeah, let me dangle a bit right there for you. I'm impressed. This is one of my go-tos, and now this is one of the better ones I've had in a long time.
See, to me, I would rather have the spicy chicken quesadilla because although it too was small, they had it in that silver aluminum wrapping. It looked like a quesadilla, felt like a quesadilla. It was nice and toasted on both sides. It was a complete experience. The shredded chicken was good. I always got a lot of sauce in those. This one I got gypped. It still tasted good, but maybe it's Taco Bell from Taco Bell, but I need more spice up in there.
More spice in your life. Well, mine was excellent. And I have no complaints. That was everything I needed it to be.
That's it. That's probably one of the more tasty entries into the cravings menu.
Okay. Yeah. I want to know what number 7 is. Probably Resident Evil 7.
That's not a PS5 game. Oh, Astro's Playroom. The quote unquote demo game came with the PS5, free and pre-installed on your PS5. This is more than a showcase for your new console's best, most innovative features. Astro's Playroom is a beautifully crafted, if short-lived, platform adventure that takes a tour through everything that makes PS5 so special. Here's the thing. I feel that this should be higher because not only does it demonstrate to not quite its full ability, but it demonstrates the PS5 innovative technologies and changes very well. But it is something that unites gamers and reminds us why not only we love gaming, but why we love PlayStation and why we just dropped $500-$600 on a PS5. That type of feeling, that nostalgia, and the combination of everything they brought together, gameplay, new technologies, and that nostalgia, I think is very unique, something that people can't do, franchises can't do. You have to have a very unique circumstance to provide that. They did, they nailed it. I think it should be higher, but I am glad it's in the top 10.
Yeah, I'm hard pressed. I mean, that's the thing. Somebody buys a PS5, you're like, you got to play Astro's Playroom, and it's free. It's the free game that you would have been fine paying money for. It should have been top 5 in my opinion. But what's it at? 6, 7, 7,
7.
All right.
It's just as long as Metroid Dread, and you paid $60 for it. So don't at me, hose. Seriously, it really is just as long.
Yeah,
especially if you platinum it. Yeah, so good. Number 6. Starting to get a little scared here. Hitman 3. I'm just getting scared because I'm starting to see a lot of the big names.
Yeah, but you want to see those
as I mentioned, right? I'm worried that they're going to just start putting big names on here. Hitman 3. On PS5, Agent 47's latest hit list looks beautiful. Oh boy, those reflections. The good news is not only can you play the latest missions on PS5, you can replay all missions from Hitman and Hitman 2 inside IO's new PS5 developed engine. That's a lot of content.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of content. Hitman's are always fun games. These new ones that they release, this new trilogy is great. You can play it in PSVR as well, which is a thrilling experience. That's a high quality game. Again, not a PlayStation exclusive, but a high quality game. Yeah, I maybe would put Astro above it, but that's not a bad game to put on the list.
I don't know. I haven't played any of the Hitmen. The sixth best. Okay. Number 5. I bet it's Returnal. Oh. Interesting.
What is it?
Control Ultimate Edition.
That's a game
which I got this for free.
Yeah, that's like a 2019 game, isn't it? 2020.
But I guess with the PS5 upgrade, they
Yeah, I guess it didn't really run well on PS4, so I guess you have to make it a PS5 game if you like the game.
It ran real well on PS5. So Jesse Faden's mind-bending, environment-destroying, object-chucking, new weird adventure sings on PS5. A frame rate of 60 frames per second delights, and Remedy's use of ray tracing is among the best we've seen. The only problem is you have to pick only one of two visual options. So I liked Control. I liked those mind-bending games. I liked not knowing what was going to happen. I don't think it was a great game. It wasn't one of my favorite games. I think it's solidly in that 7 out of 10 category, but it's a good game. I mean, I didn't sit down and think of all the PS5 games, but to think this is top 5, I'm no problem with it being in top 10. Top 5, I don't know. You played the game. You encouraged me to play it, which I'm glad that you did, because otherwise I wouldn't have. What are your thoughts?
It's a good game. Not top 5, top 10 sounds really good. It's a last gen game. It's out on the PS5 now, just like Neo. Put it there with Neo is what I'm thinking. But there was that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense that some of these are just upgrades, because do we even have 25 PS5 developed games?
That's what makes this list ridiculous, in my opinion. But yeah, no, we don't. So, yeah.
Oh, no. How many more of these are going to be? See, well, Bugsnax was a PS4, PS5 game, but it didn't come out on PS4 and then get upgraded.
Yeah.
It was both.
It launched on PS5. Yeah, I guess if that, yeah.
Okay. Number 4 is Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. And this is funny because you sent me the game after you liked it, and I made it through 2 hours and it stopped because it sucked. It blew chunks. It was garbage.
I thought it was really fun. I thought it was really fun. I don't know. Sorry.
Of course you did. A new hero for a new generation, Miles Morales swings under the PS5 with a new sense of purpose. The low-key story offers a more intimate spider adventure than Parker's bombastic escapade, but when the action kicks in, the ray trace visuals light up the screen. I thought it sucked. I thought it was really boring, repetitive, button mashing. I think they just played off Spider-Man's name. They had a new console, and they're like, what's a game everyone's going to buy? Spider-Man. And they spit something out. I know it wasn't too horribly long. It's $60. It was pretty. It looked good. Not impressed. I know why they put it at number 4, because of the Marvel and the Spider-Man fans would be livid if it weren't way up on the list. I'm starting to get a little worried about Bugsnax, but I promise you, Bugsnax is better than... You can argue Astro's Playroom is better. You can argue probably Resident Evil is better. Bugsnax is better than all the games that I've mentioned thus far, other than those possible.
I mean, I guess they're getting the heavy hitters out of the way, so you got something there. I don't know if Bugsnax is the way that this is really going to go for you, but let's keep moving. Yeah.
Well, there's no Returnal either, big boy. F me. Returnal is a PlayStation game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 3, F me. I'm not. It's not. Nope. It's not good. They're not going to do it. It's going to be a freaking PlayStation games from here on out. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. It's a freaking DLC of a PS4 game. Garbage. Cloud and the gang get a glow up. What's that even mean? Get a glow up? You get a BJ? What's that mean?
to make it explicit. Yeah, I think that's what that is.
Probably. Anyhow, he gets a glow up with better visuals and slicker combat that limit breaks this bold reimagining of the Midgar section. Yuffie joins in with an extra story that bridges the gap between this and what's to come, cleverly playing on nostalgia and fan expectation. So you never played Final Fantasy VII, right?
No, isn't a glow up what Sora did to Cloud in Kingdom Hearts 1?
I'm done with you. This Final Fantasy VII is a great game. I really enjoy it. It is a great game. But the PS4 version was great. Everything worked well. The visuals were great. The only thing that's added, okay, maybe it looks a little better. I don't know. But the DLC with Yuffie, first of all, you have to pay. Even though Final Fantasy VII was a PS Plus game, you had to actually buy the game to get the DLC. And the Yuffie was a very short experience. Isn't even that important to the story. Wasn't even that good. This is garbage. That's garbage.
I never played Final Fantasy VII. I hear it's great, but
the game itself is wonderful. You should play and or watch it, or at least a plot synopsis. It's very good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What PlayStation game we got now? Of course, Demon Souls.
Hey, that's a good one.
Here's Demon Souls. Not many games allow you to feel the thrum of a gigantic heart in the controller. From sword slashes against nightmarish creatures to feeling magic fill your hands, this stunning recreation of the PS3 classic is a tour of what just makes PS5 so great. Well, it's funny because I didn't think I'd like this game, and then you promised to send it to me so I could try it. And it's been months after that, and I still haven't got a chance to try it because you never sent me the game. So I don't know.
I need it because I like feeling the throb. I love feeling the throb in my hand. Why would they write it like that? Feeling the throb in my hands. No, that's an excellent
thrum
game.
With an M.
What is a thrum?
I don't know.
Makes it even worse. Now it's a big question mark. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess. Do you think it's worthy of being number 2?
Yeah, no, it's certainly worthy of number 2. I wouldn't be surprised if it was number 1, but it's apparently not, which I guess gives credence to your choice. But no, that's an excellent game.
So we got Returnal, and we got Bugsnax.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I've come to terms it's not Bugsnax.
Yeah.
It's not a PlayStation game. Young Horse, they're not a PlayStation studio, so it's not going to be number 1.
It might be. You can dream.
Bullcrap. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Well, you didn't win either.
I know.
Ratchet and Clank Rift the F Apart, of course. This is the least. This is a PS5 game I've enjoyed the least. I finished it. I didn't finish Spider-Man. I don't. It sucks. I wouldn't play it again. This popcorn munching space adventure is a wonderful return to form for the Lombax Robo duo, and the new dimension delights with characters like Ratchet counterpart Rivet. Between instantaneous rift hopping and smartly designed weapon triggers, it plays with every unique PS5 feature to create a console must-play that's top of the class and will have you grinning throughout epic set pieces. Dead serious. Every game session I played, as soon as I got done, I had to run to the bathroom to dump arse because it was such garbage.
And what do you think Bugsnax does better than Ratchet and Clank?
Well, the story is actually good. That's the first thing. Ratchet and Clank, I nailed the entire plot within 2 hours. Once I found what the problem was, I nailed it, and I was correct. It wasn't even like, I was correct. So the plot, the gameplay, this isn't clever. It's technologically advanced with the rift hopping, but that's it. That's just a fast way from going to level. That's not making something new. That's like, oh, well, they have to go into a new world because every game you go into a new world, let's just make it really fast. And then the game, the guns, it's all like every other Ratchet and Clank game. It's like these freaking people when a new Mario comes out and they're like, oh, Mario, it's the same game. It's the same thing over and over.
If a new Bugsnax came out, would you do that? Would you rub it on your body?
You know it because there aren't 15 Bugsmax games. The thing with Bugsmax is you have to think about how am I going to catch this critter, and it gets increasingly difficult. It's very intricate, and it actually makes you think. It's clever. Someone sat down and was like, how do I mix Pokemon and a puzzle game together? And they did it, and it's wonderful. Okay, the graphics go to Ratchet and Clank. That's fine. I don't want to go into it. This is garbage. Bugsmack's not in the top 10. And I got to be honest with you, Alex. I think this must predate Returnal. Let's look at the top 25 very quickly. Let's look. So number 11, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Another PS4 game. All right, yeah.
Never heard of it. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate.
Another PS4 game is good, but yeah.
Chivalry 2.
I don't even know.
Never even haven't heard of it. Dirt 5.
Probably good, but PS4 game, yeah.
Disco Elysium, the final cut.
I hear good things about that, but again, I think it's on the Switch now.
Oh, here we go. Finally, effing PS5 game, The Pathless.
I think that's actually on mobile phones too.
Good game, not great game. You mother effer. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? I don't know. This dude up here, freaking ugly mother effer up
They're
here.
hiding it from you so you can't.
Bugsmax, number 17. Number 17, Bugsmax. What do they say? I bet they're just like, we're freaking idiots. We probably didn't even get this far because once you looked at the top 5, you know we were jokers. You are what you eat in this peculiar adventure that's not afraid to walk and crawl its own path. Scour Snacktooth Island for its missing denizens. Wolf down a handful of snacks. I think they mean smacks. And see what happens. It doesn't exactly push PS5, but it will test your imagination, which is why it's a great game, which is why it should be higher on the list. It's definitely better than The Pathless. These guys are idiots. Hey, at least it beat NBA 2K11 or 2K21, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, Overcooked All You Can Eat, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Outriders, It Takes Two, Chicory, A Colorful Tale. Looks like freaking Snoopy on the front cover. And wow, Sackboy, A Big Adventure at number 25. That list sucked. What do we do, Alex? I lost, but yours wasn't even effing on the list.
Yeah, I know. We got to eat beans, Adam. We got to eat beans. Oh no, do I not have beans? Two beans next time for me for not having beans this time.
So each thing comes with a spinner. I cannot believe they didn't have bugs. Before we do this, I'm going to open up a pack of Pokemon cards. No, I'm going to open it while I eat the bean. So come to the spinner. I'm going to spin. You're going to have to trust me, Alex.
I can see. Yeah.
Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks?
It looks like there's a barf that you're dodging there. Okay.
No. So it could be two. It's of course Stinky Socks. If this were Bugsmax, what part of your body would you like to turn into a stinky sock? I think I know what part of your body has a stinky sock on it right now. My sock? Okay. Yeah. White card means it's going to be a good one. 1, 2, 3. That should be the energy. Garbage. A Tyranitar V. Look at that.
Give it a rating. Give it a rating out of 5. How many stars do you give it?
5 out of 5.
I have an objection to make against Taco Bell. Objection sustained. I paid $7. They didn't give me my spicy potato soft taco. This is the one thing that I need in a value menu bag because this is what resets my taste buds so I can get whatever I want. What did you just pull? A necklace out of your taco?
A long piece of lettuce, baby. Okay.
I like how you were throwing it away, and I call you out on it, so you eat it.
So here's the thing. We thought about stopping and having Alex go pick one up for the sake of this video, but he's eaten so many, he doesn't need to eat another one. He knows it well enough. And I have a confession to make, Alex. Back when we were going to school together, you said we used to go to Taco Bell because it's cheap. We were broke. And you said, spicy potato soft taco. It's the way to go. And I was like, dude, no, it's too small. It's the same price as a beef burrito. You're stupid. And I never got one until about 8 months ago. You were right.
Yeah.
You were right. This is exquisite. It's one of my favorite items now on the Cravings menu is because one, the potato has that great texture along with that nice spicy sauce. All that is real warm, but then they hit you with the crisp, chilled lettuce and all that wrapped together in that tortilla. Oh man, it's good.
I'm not a potato man, but I become a potato man every time I get a spicy potato soft taco. The spice, that surprises you. It's a good spice.
Yeah. You don't see it coming and it's just bow.
What I love is at the end, there's always a bunch of shredded cheese hanging out in the paper that fell out of and I get to eat that too.
Mm-hmm. It's very good. I absolutely love it. I know you don't have anything to eat. I feel bad for you. This, I think, taste-wise, to this point, is in fact my favorite. I don't necessarily think it's the best value, but I think it tastes the best of all of them. If you're ready, do you want to do the beef burrito next?
Yeah, we got to do it. That's all I got left. I'm so hungry, Adam. I'm so hungry.
Beef burrito, here we come. Choo-choo!
Since the summer of 2000, I've had fond memories of Diablo II. While others spent their vacations swimming, camping, and partying it up with babes, I sequestered myself inside for hours, swimming in demons from the rogue encampment while partying up with some middle-aged guy who called himself Shannon Tweed. Diablo II picks up not long after the end of its predecessor, wherein the hero sacrifices himself in an effort to contain the Dark Lord. Only in Diablo II, we find out that the Dark Lord has finally taken control of the wandering hero, much like Diablo II took a hold of me that summer. In Diablo II Resurrected, I tempted fate once again. Would I survive the never-ending gauntlet of level grinding, hacking, and slashing? Or would I once again be consumed by powers larger than myself? To steel myself, I did something my younger self refused to do, and left the house in search of what demons lurk nearby. I chose the barbarian in hopes that I, too, one day would become a whirlwind of shouting force. I first honed my skills with several weapons, and decided on a rare axe that would strike fear in the hearts of lesser demons. I readied my equipment.
Oh, by the way, I'm Charcy, the blacksmith here.
In this forsaken camp.
Prepared my inventory. And set out to face the dark forces that the Wanderer never could. It wasn't long until I was drawn to a blue light shining in the darkness. When I got near, I noticed testaments to the Dark Lord, statues of sorcerers and shaman, but when I turned around, I was met by a giant of brimstone and iron. His massive hands, the glee in his face as he struck terror in my heart. I was underleveled and overwhelmed, so I fled. In desertion, I came upon a shop and implored the keep for loot which might aid my journey.
Yes, I'd like 2 spicy potato soft tacos, and 1 chicken chipotle melt, and 1 cheesy roll-up, please.
All right, anything else?
That'll be it.
Mild hot fire Diablo?
Diablo, please.
All right, 430.
Thank you.
Was this it? Had I found him so easily? I held the container, my own red soul stone shard. In haste, I hurried back to the rogue encampment. With Deckard Cain nowhere in sight, I took it upon myself to end Diablo's reign of terror. But now I live in fear. Having consumed Diablo's sanguine sauce, would I, like the Wanderer, one day be consumed?
Adam, how are you feeling full-wise? Are you getting full? Can you do this? Can you keep going? You've had 1 extra item than me.
The thing is, I am getting full. I feel like I've eaten about 1,200 calories so far, and I'm not looking forward to this beef burrito. It is not only a big boy, but it's weighty.
I'm starving. I'm starving, Adam. Quit talking.
You're still hungry. I gotta admit, too, the first 3 bites of a beef burrito, I like. But after that, something about it gets old, or it maybe just doesn't taste as good. Maybe the proportions are typically off. I always enjoy the first 3 bites better, and then the rest of it, I'm like, yeah.
This is basically the cheesy bean and rice burrito, but with beef instead of bean.
Mm-hmm.
It has the same issues. But the deal is this was the one that lets you know you're eating at Taco Bell. You taste the quality of the beef there. And it's not awful, but it's not great. It doesn't feel high quality. What do I expect? It's a $1 menu. It's getting me over the finish line is what it's doing.
When I order Taco Bell, this is the first item for me that I don't finish and I end up throwing in the trash. Between this and the spicy soft potato taco, I'm finishing that item. But the beef, I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm going to finish it right now.
You have to. You have to. You have to. I'll hold you in contempt.
Dang it. Oh, gosh. It's so heavy. It is 430 calories. It is the most caloric value item.
It's numero uno.
See, I'm sick of eating it. I don't want to take another bite.
Yeah. It's like if you went to a restaurant and ordered their beefy burrito, you'd get a quarter of the way through it because it'd be a big one. You get a quarter of the way through and you're like, I made a bad choice here. And that's kind of the name of the game, though. This is the most Taco Bell item, I think. because it epitomizes. It makes your body feel like you went to Taco Bell. Your mind feels like you went to Taco Bell. It's definitely a choice.
I think you're right.
Not a good one.
No. Well, we only have one item left. Here comes dessert. All right, we are at the final item of the cravings menu for Taco Bell, and it is the famous cinnamon twists. And
the cinnamon pork rind. Yeah.
It pretty much is, and we apologize in advance for the horrible audio you're having to listen to, but players gotta play.
You're really all you taste. You pop it in there, you take 2 bites, it's immediately dissolved. It's like cotton candy, and then your mouth is full of cinnamon. Not a bad thing, and I really need it right after that beefy burrito, which almost put me under.
And the thing about this is it is the only dessert item on the value menu, which honestly, that disappoints me because they've got the little cinnamon bites that are real good. They had the caramel apple empanada, which was my go-to dessert. Every time I went to Taco Bell, I had to get the caramel apple empanada. They got rid of it. I am livid. I like these, but they don't touch the caramel apple empanada.
How much was the empanada? How much was this? $1? I feel like it should be 25 cents.
The empanada was only like $1, maybe a little more. Maybe it was like $1.30. These things are right around, same price. And the thing about these for me is that if you don't get any cinnamon, it doesn't taste good. You have to get the cinnamon sugar for it to taste good. And there's little bites where you don't get some of that, and you're eating an unflavored pork rind, and it's horrible.
But we should clarify, it's not really a pork rind. What do you think it is? Is it just a tortilla that they've puffed up and fried?
Oh gosh, I'm not really sure what it is.
How did they make it twist? There's a whole lot of mystery in this, which is kind of a good thing.
Because like a churros are too dense. Like,
I feel like I'm going on an adventure.
And they give you a lot of them. Like, I know they're 80% air, and I know they're not going to fill you up, but you feel like you are getting a good value because it takes you a while to eat them, and it comes in a bigger bag, and there's a lot of them in there. So
how do you clean your fingers off when you're done, Adam?
I just stick them all in my mouth, baby. Just gotta hope I didn't stick them in my pants first.
Well, Adam sticks it in his mouth. Keep us stuck in your ears.
Okay, Alex, I am ready to move on. We got a final recap we got to do. We have a lot more to talk about. We'll be right back. So we have now downed almost 1,900 calories of Taco Bell, and we are ready to rate our favorite and the best cravings menu items for Taco Bell, at least in the United States. In your market, it may be different. Alex, are you ready to give these a rating from 0 to 5? We'll combine them and we'll find what the gaming court top items are.
Yeah, I'm harsh, but I'm fair. And I'm a good judge of taste. So let's run down this list.
It's good because you're not a good judge of character. Okay, beef burrito. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it that much. I gotta give it's my least favorite of all of these, and because of that, I'm gonna have to give it a 1.
It's not my least favorite, and I don't super enjoy it, but I always feel compelled to get it. For that reason, I gotta give it a 2.
Okay, that is a pretty low score of 3. A cheesy bean and rice burrito. As I mentioned, it's a staple of mine, but it's a staple of mine because of the value, not necessarily a taste. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Cheesy bean and rice burrito? I think it's a good 3. It's one it's hanging in there. Yeah.
Okay, that's giving us a 6. Here's the big boy, the spicy potato soft taco. Like I said, it has become my new favorite item. The thing is, I don't think any of these are a perfect 5. This is close. I have to give it a 4.
I want to give it a 0 because they didn't give me one, but because that is the penultimate, like that's the Taco Bell experience. That's what happens is you order a bunch of stuff, they don't give you one of them. For that reason, I got to give it a 5 out of 5.
Oh, wow. 5 out, like Diablo. Okay. A chicken Chipotle melt. This is also one of my favorites. The only thing preventing me from giving this a 4 is the fact that it's so small. So the value's not there. So I got to give it a 3.
It's big enough to make me happy that I got it. It's small enough to which means I can buy more than one. I definitely got to give that bad boy a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Cheesy roll up. Now here, it's so basic. It's not bad, but I have to give it a 2.
If your bag's missing a cheesy roll up when you leave Taco Bell, your bag's missing out on the fun. Your bag's missing out on the experience. That's a solid 3.5 out of 5.
Wow. Go in the decimals. Okay. Chips and cheese. This is the first time I've ever had it. It was a good palate cleanser, but if I didn't need a palate cleanser, would I want to eat this? And the answer is no. I'm going to have to give it a 2 along with the cheesy roll up.
How does a man evaluate a value menu item whose real value lives in the leftover cheese in the cup that can be used for another value menu item? I don't think it's fair to judge a man on the character of the men he's around. And for that reason, I can't judge this item on the character of the items that are around it. I got to give it a 2 out of 5.
Very lofty explanation there. Cinnamon twists. I'm gonna have to give these a 3 because they aren't as good as some of the items I give a 4. The spicy potato soft taco. It's a 3. Yeah, it's a good 3.
If I didn't feel like trash enough after the beefy burrito, this one solidified my trash feeling. I give this a 1.
Wow. Okay. So then what we have here, the spicy potato soft taco is our number 1 item with a grade of 11. We then go to the chicken Chipotle.
Okay.
Melt.
No. Whoa. How do we get an 11?
I meant a 9. Thank you. I went into law, not mathematics. A 9. And then at 7, we have the chicken Chipotle melt. At 6, we have the cheesy bean and rice burrito. At 5.5, we got the cheesy roll up. At 4, we have a tie for the chips and cheese and the cinnamon twists. And finally, our least favorite item has got to be the beef burrito. But here's the thing, that's our decision. What is your favorite? What is your absolute favorite cravings item menu? Comment below. We want to have a poll. Alex and I are going to bet. And next week, the loser of that bet is going to have to eat a bean. We want to know your answer.
Adam, for the 3 counts of flogging the bishop, I find you guilty. Game record is adjourned.